As tonight, we know the President of the United States has no facts to back up his startling allegation that the former President of the United States, President Obama, wiretapped him in Trump Tower during the campaign. Keeping him honest, we know this tonight because bipartisan members of the Senate Intelligence Committee say they've seen no evidence that President Obama ordered Donald Trump's phones tapped during the campaign. We know this because House Speaker Paul Ryan also says he's seen no evidence. Now, remember, the president asked Congress to investigate, and the House and Senate Intelligence Committees have been doing just that for the last dozen days. We know the president has no facts to back up his early morning Saturday tweet storm because in today's White House briefing, Press Secretary Sean Spicer read a long list of media reports that he seemed to believe back up the president's claims. Media reports: Sean Hannity, Judge Napolitano, Heat Street, the New York Times, the very paper the president of the United States has consistently referred to as failing and fake.
Sean Hannity went on Fox to say Judge Andrew Napolitano made the following statement. On November 11th, 2016, days after the election, Heat Street reported. January 19th, the New York Times reported.
Well, we know the president has no facts because he himself was on Fox News last night and finally explained where he got the alleged information that led him to tweet the unsubstantiated allegations against the former president. Watch.
I've been reading about things. I read in, I think it was January 20th, a New York Times article where they were talking about wiretapping. There was an article, I think they used that exact term. I read other things. I watched your friend Bret Baier the day previous where he was talking about certain very complex sets of things happening and wiretapping. I said, wait a minute, there's a lot of wiretapping being talked about. I've been seeing a lot of things.
The president on Fox last night, he's been seeing a lot of things, he says. He read a report in the New York Times. He heard Bret Baier say something. A lot of wiretapping being talked about, he says there. Now we know. The thing is, the report in the New York Times the president seems to be talking about, it does not say anything about President Obama ordering a wiretap. We've actually interviewed the New York Times reporter who wrote the article, and we're going to do it again tonight. In a minute, you can hear him for yourself. As for Bret Baier, whose work I certainly respect, based on Sean Spicer's comments today, we believe the president is referring to Bret's show on March 3rd, the night before the president tweeted. That show does not cite any evidence of wiretapping. Instead, it appears to refer to other unspecified reports, none of which, again, say anything about former President Obama wiretapping President Trump. Let's remember, before sending those tweets attacking the former president, President Trump could have picked up a phone. He could have called the FBI, the CIA, his Director of National Intelligence, could have just asked for the information. He didn't. There was something else the president said in that Fox interview that's similar to something he said before. In the world of television, it's what we call a tease. Listen.
But wiretap covers a lot of different things. I think you're going to find some very interesting items coming to the forefront over the next 2 weeks.
That's the tease. Basically, it's stay tuned because there's something very interesting coming up. Now, the president has done this before, most notably as a citizen when he used to talk about President Obama's citizenship.
Right now, I have some real doubts. I have people that actually have been studying it, and they cannot believe what they're finding.
You have people now down there searching, I mean, in Hawaii?
Absolutely, and they cannot believe what they're finding.
By the way, the payoff for that tease, that never came. In fact, there has never been any evidence at all that then Citizen Trump actually had people down in Hawaii searching for information. The time when he claimed he did, we actually did have people down in Hawaii searching for information, interviewing all the people somebody would interview for information, and none of those people we interviewed ever reported being approached by anyone working for then citizen Donald Trump.
CNN. Two government officials told CNN Friday evening that the classified report the Justice Department delivered to House and Senate investigators does not confirm President Donald Trump's allegations that President Barack Obama wiretapped him during the campaign. The sources, speaking on condition of anonymity, spoke with knowledge of the classified report's contents. When asked if the DOJ's documents would confirm Trump's as of yet wholly unsubstantiated allegations, House Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes told CNN, "I don't think so," as he walked into a room to read the report. Ranking Member Rep. Adam Schiff, a California Democrat, said he was absolutely confident the DOJ report would not back up Trump's allegation. "There's really no question about this. The president's statements before, and his tweets since leading right up today, have no basis in fact," Schiff told CNN. Read more. The Justice Department declined to comment on the contents of the report. but earlier in the day a spokeswoman confirmed it had delivered the document. The Department of Justice has complied with the request from leaders of the House and Senate, Intelligence Committees and Judiciary Committees seeking information related to surveillance during the 2016 election. Justice Department spokeswoman Sarah Isgur Flores said Friday. The House committee is set to hold a hearing Monday with National Security Agency Director Mike Rogers and FBI Director James Comey. The Senate Intelligence Committee announced Friday it would hold a hearing on Russia meddling into the U.S. election on March 30. Nunes released a statement Friday evening confirming receipt of the report from DOJ and part of the information it requested from the NSA, which he said had committed to meet the full request by the end of next week. However, he added, the committee still has not received information requested from the CIA and FBI in our March 15 letter that is necessary to determine whether information collected on U.S. persons was mishandled and leaked. Prior to receiving the classified documents from the DOJ, both Nunes and Schiff had already stated flatly that Trump Tower was clearly not wiretapped. But Nunes has left the door open to the potential that communications between Trump's aides and others were swept up in incidental collection. Related. Actually, Mr. President, wiretapping doesn't cover a lot of things. We need to figure out what happened here. There's a lot of unanswered question. I just don't want anybody jumping to any conclusion on any side of this, other than the fact that we know that Obama didn't physically wiretap Trump Tower, Nunes told CNN Friday. But everything else is still. There's a lot of unknowns. The bipartisan leaders of the Senate Intelligence Committee have also stated that no surveillance of Trump Tower occurred during or after the 2016 election. Republican Rep. Will Hurd, in an interview Friday evening on CNN's Aaron Burnett Outfront, said that while he had not yet had a chance to read the DOJ report, he believes it's been pretty clear that there's no evidence to suggest Obama had Trump Tower wiretapped. Trump has stood by his claim, repeating the allegation again Friday while standing next to German Chancellor Angela Merkel.